Okay, so the queen walk's going very good. All right, no defense is really there. Let's go ahead and drop that haste and the lava hound and the loons to back it up. Then we'll drop the king and let him go ahead and do some cleanup. And let's go ahead and check on the queen's walk. Oh, oh man, that's not gonna be good. What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple cleanup attacks. Attacks that were using pretty good strategies, just something really major went wrong, or a lot of minor things went wrong, and destroyed the raid. So it's nice to go ahead and see these type of things, especially when the cleanup is using the same attack, so you know that you got the right strategy. So what I did here, fresh hit, I was going to go ahead and walk my queen from 3 o'clock all the way to 6 o'clock, taking out both of those air defenses and getting the queen as well, using Hound and some loons up top to take that third air defense out, and then bringing about 3 more loons for the back AD and another haste for them as dragons come across from the 2 o'clock all the way across the base. So again, like I said, pretty decent plan. Really liked it. Think that it's a really good way of hitting this base. And we're going to go ahead and check it out. As you've seen in the beginning, things did not go my way. But, you know, it's just about not paying attention and getting caught up in the other thing. I had a spotter, and really the spotter's job was to keep an eye on the queen, and I guess we both got caught up on where to put some of the other troops and things up top. So the queen is doing her walk right here, and the one reason why I play on an iPhone 6 Plus, so it's not like a big tablet where I can make it really small and then I can't see hardly anything. So anyway, it's like just looking at the defenses that are going to come onto the queen. Basically, one Expo, a level 2, and then an Archer Tower. 2-point defenses for that is going to be okay for this queen. So I remember looking at that tripping the clan castle once she gets past that mortar, but I thought I had a little bit more time, and I wasn't really worried about any type of defenses taking her out. So I'll go ahead, and at this point I've got her doing her queen walk, and I need to start the top part of my funnel and taking out that AD. So I draw my hound there, haste them up, hits 2 traps, which is great for dragons because that saves 2 SAMs against those dragons, and then going to do a little top funneling with that king up there as well. But by this time, that queen has triggered the clan castle, triggered all those goblins, triggered and when I went down to look at her, she was already dead at that point. So I don't play with my sound on. I just find it a little too distracting, and I haven't played with my Clash of Clans sound for a long, long time. But still got a baby dragon that's taking out those healers. I try to salvage it at this point just by taking care of that baby dragon, which these dragons will. And I got a really good funnel for these 6 dragons, so it's not like a completely dead raid. But I don't really have an answer for that 6 o'clock air defense, which is a big problem. I have a heal for the Tesla farm, which is, if they make it there, which they're not, because there goes one dragon automatically down to that air defense, and there goes another dragon. So I'm losing 2 dragons to that air defense. I should have sent my loons in like a lot earlier. I was just worrying about the back end, like the 9 o'clock AD. I should have been worrying about that 6 o'clock AD. So, a little misdrop of the haste, misdrop of the loon, just not really good. It's not going very well. And then that queen is still up, so with very little health. But you know what? It's just not. It's just wasn't really good. So the question is, was the attack strategy a decent strategy? So we'll go ahead and check out the actual cleanup attack on this. And we'll look at that right now. So same exact strategy, a little different comp, just tiny tweaks. I'm going to use a king bowler walk up top instead of that hound loons. I like them both. I like the Hound Loons just because of the soaking up 2 of those Seeking Air Mines, which do tons of damage to dragons. But you're saving 30 space by not bringing the, or at least. No, I guess you're not saving 30 space. You're bringing 30 space of bowlers. So it just depends what you want to do. I think both of them would work. Well, we've got the king doing his funneling up top with the bowler. That baby dragon is doing tons of work of funneling on the 2 o'clock. And I'm spotting Maven here. The air defense is just about to go down right here. So they're going to take out that air defense, and they're going to get the rest of that funneling work. So that's, they're doing their job. That baby dragon does get tripped by the other baby dragon, which is not a bad thing because it allows him to deal with that baby dragon before all the goblins come. Now, he does kind of mistime it. He had to use his ability and his rage, which is not optimal. We were really supposed to use one or the other. But it's not a big deal. So the queen still has a rage. She actually has 2 rages, but want to save one of those rages for the dragon. There goes the 3rd air defense. He did bring 4 loons for the 9 o'clock one, and now he's got, look at that funnel. He's got those dragons coming straight in here. He's gonna go ahead and aggro the queen in about 2 or 3 more buildings right here. There we go. Needed to drop that rage just a little earlier, but not a big deal since he does not have the ability. But everything's going really well. So he's got rage where he rages up his dragons. He still has a heal where I think he used his heal a little early. He could have used it just as they were pushing their way through the Tesla farm, but it almost healed their dragons back to full again. So he's got those top 2 dragons that are going to go ahead and take out that. I don't know what building that is, but the defense. But they are going to struggle a little bit against those Teslas, as the king is kind of buffering for those Teslas. The back end loons did tons of work taking care of those. That air defense and then getting some of those other point defenses, but we still have a queen that's full health under healer that's going to go ahead and help with the cleanup here. Still has 2 baby dragon or 3 dragons, and completely crushes the base. I didn't check the timing on that. Okay, so just about 2. So he had 30 seconds to spare on that attack. So not even close on time. Even if all those dragons had died, the queen still would have come up all the way and cleaned up those buildings without too much of a problem. So just really, really nice execution. That's where the difference was. I let my queen die. Execution poor. He Maven came in, did it really, really well, and just cleaned up the base. So let's go ahead and take a look at one more. So for this attack, the entrance was not too bad. The bowlers did walk a little bit, but the strategy was really good. I helped plan this attack, and I don't know what happened towards the end. The lava, the hound and loon placement or the deployment was changed kind of on the fly without me knowing. We planned it coming in from the top, and it just I think. The attacker figured that while the kill squad was down south, to use them as as tanking just didn't work out. So anyway, got an ice wizard coming in the bottom to help with the defensive funnel, which is pretty cool. I'm really surprised that this ice wizard gets taken out by this cannon. I guess he walks right into that tiny little white spot, but he should have taken out that air defense. Got really good funneling going in there on the side. Drops those bowlers a little too high. If you want them to come into the jump, drop them lower towards the 3 o'clock. There is no gold storage or anything else there that's going to drag them down south. So I think that's one of the things that was fixed, but it does have the bowlers and queen walk, which is not too bad because he's bringing a double jump. That full golem is going to take that jump and tank for the queen. She goes down right now. So now we've got a lot of objectives. We've got 2 air defenses down, and we got the archer queen down, and we still got a kill squad, and we've got a queen and bowler walking. So he decides he wants to go ahead and send his lava hound from the bottom, and it doesn't even catch that Sam, so that's missing that one. And these archer towers are just going to go ahead and pick off these loons, both of them. So he's going to lose about 6 loons just trying to make their way up to the top. And this Tesla farmer is also going to do some damage to them too. So the sweeper is going to finally stop them from coming in towards that last Tesla and the air defense. So that Lava Hound is going to end up tanking for a lot longer than it should. And the loons are in front of the Lava Hound at this point. Only one loon left, and it's not going to be able to do the deal. So we're just going to go ahead and fast forward this as that hound pops, and then we're just doing a cleanup on the base, but they're not going to be able to get those last 4 defenses there up top and at the bottom, so it's just going to be a fail. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this composition right here. So let's see, baby dragon, we got 2 jumps, 1 rage, 1 heal, 1 haste, and 6 wizards and 2 ice wizards. So let's go ahead and 10 loons, which I think is just basically what was done here by Raidmaster. So let's see here. 2 ice wizards, 6 wizards. I don't remember if there were 6 or 4 there. Baby dragon minions, 2 golems, 2 hounds, and I think the bowlers are in the clan castle. So it's almost identical. 2 jumps, a rage, a heal, and a haste. So we've got you know, it's kind of like if it's not broke, don't fix it. We've got that golem coming in the same place. 2 of those wizards still doing the funneling on the bottom there. Dropped them a little too high. We wanted them to get the gold storage. I still don't understand how this ice wizard gets taken out by the cannon. That is so not right. That was not right at all. Not even. No, you could see that his feet were not even on that white line. So anyway, that's not cool, Supercell. Still drops the bowlers a little too high. Needs to drop them a little bit lower. They finally, those wizards would have got that funnel, so the bowlers would have walked right in. But he only has a couple bowlers straying. Queen does take the jump this time. She's going to help big time. The other bowlers get that top AD, which makes a huge difference now that he got the funnel correctly, and drops that second jump in there to push that king and bowlers through. They're going to basically one-shot her. Still has a full golem, and there's just going to be tons of tanking. But instead of using that tanking kill squad on the bottom to tank his loons, he's going to go ahead and start deploying up top. Drops those 2 loons on the only defense that can hurt them, which is that archer tower. Those cannons are going to be no big deal. Drops 4 or 5 loons up to take that Tesla through haste. They're just going to basically one-shot this whole entire Tesla farm right there, so that's not going to be any kind of problem. And then he drops the back-end loons at around 8:30, and I don't think he had a haste. But it's okay because the air defense is down. Everything is down as far as defenses except that mortar. The queen's going to go ahead and take that out right now, and then he should get a nice little split on his loons. So Swag's a queen ability. Swag's 2 minions, technically speaking. He actually uses them, but he did not need them. Let me just see what the time was on that. Yeah, just about 2 minutes. So shaved an entire minute and got the 3-star off that attack just by doing a little bit better funneling and deploying his loons and hound at a different angle and spells a little differently. So very, very nice. Again, I love to see failed attacks get cleaned up with the exact same strategy, tweaked very minimally, knowing that at least the plan was correctly, and it just needed to be executed a little bit differently, or the timing needed to be done a little bit differently. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your clan members. I'm sure if you guys like it and like the content, they will definitely appreciate it and get a lot out of it. So you know, go ahead and practice these things. It's what it's all about. Use that friendly challenge to your advantage. Keep hitting the same base over and over, and try 1 tile up, 1 tile down, 1 second earlier, 1 second later. Just get that timing down, because once you start hitting those bases and get used to that, you know, you can pretty much hit any base as long as you have that timing down. So go ahead and practice these type of attacks. Go ahead and get those 6-star clan wars and practice the 3-star attacks.